America. Today I'm going to give you a story about ammunition. Where did all the ammunition go? For those of you that don't shoot or don't even own a gun or just looking at my videos and wondering what I'm talking about, if you haven't heard the big Second Amendment gun frenzy since the shooting in December, guns have disappeared off the shelves. Assault rifles, which aren't really even assault rifles, have just like AR-15s, AK-47s, any semi-automatic rifles pretty much gone. Even 10-22s are hard to find. So with that, because of the Feinstein bill that wanted to enact basically ban against assault weapons, high-cap magazines, national background checks, and it goes on and on and on. Some good news. Some of the assault weapons have actually, which aren't even assault weapons, I shouldn't even call them assault weapons. Some of the semi-automatic rifles that actually were in the bill, they actually pulled the assault weapon part out of the bill, which actually makes the semi-automatic rifles come back down in price, if you can find them. On top of that, where did the ammo go? The ammunition, the shelves of all sporting goods stores are pretty much empty. If you haven't noticed, if you're a gun enthusiast, you know all this. You go to local sporting goods stores and they probably have a few boxes of miscellaneous rifle ammunition. 22 long rifle ammunition. It's hard to find. The biggest mass-produced cartridge in the world, and you can't find it. So 22 long rifle bulk ammo, you can find it on gunbroker.com, some other auction sites, but you're going to be paying between 14 and 17 cents a round, where 22 long rifle used to be 3 to 4 cents a round, buying it in bulk. Bulk, what I mean is buying it by the brick. They're called bricks, 525 packs or 500 round packs. So anyway, I got some news stories. I'm going to just read here. I printed out a bunch of different highlights about ammunition and what's going on with our ammunition. And then I'll talk about it here in just a few minutes about what I think we should do as a country. So this came from Andrew Malcolm on Political News and Commentary. Why are the feds loading up on so much ammo? Why are the feds loading up on so much ammo? In a puzzling, unexplained development, the Obama administration has been buying and storing vast amounts of ammunition in recent months. Oh, the federal government. Obama is buying ammunition. With the Department of Homeland Security just placing another order of an additional 21.6 billion rounds. This was produced on February 8th, 2013, by the way. Several other agencies of the federal government also began buying large quantities of bullets last year. The Social Security Administration. Why are they buying bullets? Social Security Administration? For instance, not normally considered on the front lines of anything but dealing with seniors, explained that its purchase of millions of rounds was for special agents, required quarterly weapons qualifications. They must be pretty poor shots. Special agents? Why does the Social Security Administration have special agents? But DHS has been silent about this need for numerous orders of bullets in the multiple millions. Indeed, Examiner writer Ryan Keller points out Janet Napolitano's agency illegally eradicated information from some ammunition solicitation forms following media inquiries. Here's another one. Why is the Department of Homeland Security buying so many bullets? This was produced from the Associated Press on February 14th, 2013. Online rumors about big government ammunition purchase are true, sort of. The Homeland Security Department wants to buy more than 1.6 billion rounds of ammunition in the next 4 or 5 years. It says it needs them, roughly the equivalent of 5 bullets for every person in the United States, for law enforcement agents in training and on duty. Published federal notices about the ammo buy have agitated conspiracy theorists since the fall. That's when conservative radio host Alex Jones spoke of a arms race against the American people and said the government was gearing up for total collapse. They're gearing up for huge wars. The government's explanation is much less sinister. Federal solicitations to buy the bullets are known as strategic sourcing contracts, which helps the government get a low price for a big purchase, says Peggy Dixon, spokeswoman for the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center in Glencoe, Georgia. The training center and others like it run by Homeland Security Department use as many as 15 million rounds every year, mostly on shooting ranges and in training exercises. Dixon said one of the contracts would allow Homeland Security to buy up to 750 million rounds of ammunition over the next 5 years for its training facilities. The rounds are used for basic and advanced law enforcement training for federal law enforcement agencies under the department's umbrella. The facilities also offer firearms trainings to tens of thousands of federal law enforcement officers. More than 90 federal agencies and 70,000 agents and officers used the department training center last year. The rest of the 1.6 billion rounds of ammunition would be purchased by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. They don't shoot illegal immigrants or illegal aliens. The federal government's second largest criminal investigation agency is the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, by the way. ICE is ICE. Okay. All right. 1.6 billion rounds of ammo for Homeland Security. It's time for a national conversation. Produced February 15th. The Denver Post ran an Associated Press article entitled Homeland Security aims to buy 1.6 billion rounds of ammo. So far, to little notice. It confirmed that the Department of Homeland Security has issued an open purchase order for 1.6 billion rounds of ammunition. As reported elsewhere, some of this purchase order is for hollow point rounds. Hollow points. Forbidden by international law for use in war, along with frightening amount specialized for snipers. Also reported elsewhere, at the height of the Iraq War, the Army was expending less than 6 million rounds per month. Therefore, 1.6 billion rounds would be enough to sustain a hot war for 20 plus years in America. Feds buy 2 billion rounds of ammunition. This was published on February 18th, 2013. Something strange is going on. Federal non-military agencies have bought 2 billion rounds of ammunition in the last 10 months. The Obama administration says that federal law enforcement agents need the ammunition for mandatory quarterly firearms qualification and other training sessions. All right. So, next, this is from WND. Feds buying 100 years worth of ammo. Government's argument could only fool a career civil servant. Published on March 11, 2013. When the numbers are put in perspective, the federal government's extraordinary buildup of ammunition looks even more ominous than critics say they have betrayed it. An analyst by Forbes contributor Ralph Benko shows the 1.6 billion rounds of ammo that the government is acquiring would be enough for 100 years of training. 100 years of training? Come on. As WND previously reported, it also would be enough ammunition to fight a war for more than 20 years. It would give the federal government enough ammunition to shoot every American more than 5 times. That's scary. Next, gun shops running low on ammo. This was published March 6, 2013. Ammo dealers say the national debate on gun control sparked frenzied buying that has led to widespread shortages. Really? Gun shops and sporting goods stores in Tennessee and around the country have been running short on ammo, especially for handguns, since late January, and say they don't see their stocks getting back to normal until summer. Handgun ammo. Charles Mitchell of Lebanon, Tennessee is leaving next week for a big game hunting trip to Africa, but he found it nearly impossible to buy cartridges for the gun he likes taking with him. It's crazy right now, he said. I ordered some ammunition online 3 months ago and had no trouble. But all of the online sites now are showing out of stock on the rounds I need. After looking at dealers all over Nashville, he finally found a box of .375 caliber cartridges, but said he isn't sure if it will be enough for his entire trip, during which he hopes to bag a lion. He's not alone. Just about everyone who owns a gun is having trouble finding ammunition, and they're waiting in line stores like Walmart and Bass Pro Shops when trucks arrive with possible new shipment. The cause isn't the federal government buying up all the ammunition to keep it out of the hands of ordinary citizens or armed foreign governments, as some pundits have suggested on talk radio, said Tom Shagnia, owner of Guns of America, a new and used weapon shop in Nashville. Quote, "We're hearing a lot of this conspiracy stuff," he said, "but basically, it's just the fears of the Americans causing them to stock up on ammo. It started right after Christmas, and they are buying as much as they possibly can." Social Security Administration explains plan to buy 174,000 hollow point bullets. Published August 16th, 2012. The Social Security Administration posted a blog on Thursday explaining why it was planning to purchase 174,000 hollow point bullets. SSA posted a request for quote for ammunition on the FedBizOpsGov website on August 7th. The request listed the commodity that SA desired as 357 SIG 125 grain bonded jacketed hollow point ammunition. The quantity listed was 174,000. The SAA's Office of the Inspector General said it posted a new blog on the agency's website, Beyond the Numbers. As we strive to be a transparent and accountable government organization for all of our stakeholders. Quote, "With those goals in mind, we thought it would be appropriate to address recent media reports regarding the organization's purchase of ammunition for our special agents' duty weapons," the blog post states. Quote, "These investigators have full law enforcement authority, including executing search warrants and making arrests," the blog post states. "Our investigators are similar to your state or local police officers." First time I've ever heard of a Social Security police officer. The truth about government ammo purchases, March 8th. Quote, "There is one but straight course, and that is to seek the truth and pursue it steadily." That's by George Washington, by the way. March 8th, the truth about government ammo purchases. The last few months have been troubling news of massive government purchases of ammunition. Agencies from the Social Security Administration to the Department of Agriculture. Department of Agriculture? Are you kidding me? To the Department of Homeland Security have purchased millions of rounds, but is the whole thing more hype than substance? Ever since Barack Obama was first elected in 2008, he had been selling guns and ammunition at a faster clip than any gun salesman can hope for. And since his re-election, citizens have been faced with severe shortages of both. This can only be exacerbated by large government purchases. The Social Security Administration, for example, purchased 174,000 rounds. I just read that. And bought 320, and the Department of Agriculture, the USDA, bought 320,000 rounds. More understandably, in purpose, but also perhaps more staggering in scale, the Department of Homeland Security put in a request for 450 million rounds, while the FBI intends to purchase 100 million rounds. DHS denies massive ammunition purchase. This was published on March 22nd, 2013. Representative Tim Huelskamp, Republican Kansas, says the Department of Homeland Security was planning to buy 1.6 billion rounds of ammunition over the next 5 years. The Department of Homeland Security responded Friday to questions from Rep. Tim Huelskamp, Representative of Kansas, about why the agency was allegedly planning to buy some 1.6 billion rounds of ammunition over the next 5 years. DHS told Whispers it regularly fills all of its goods and services requirements at one time because it's cheaper for the agency, and that the 1.6 billion number was misleading because the language of DHS purchases said it would need up to a certain amount. One solicitation by the agency for training centers and law enforcement personnel was for, quote, up to 750 million rounds of training ammunition for over the next 5 years. DHS spokesman Peter Bugard told Whispers. All right. Ammunition flies off store shelves amid new restrictions and fears, published April 5th, 2013. This came from the Associated Press. Albany, New York. Gun enthusiasts, fearful of new weapon controls and alarmed by rumors of government hoarding, are buying bullets practically by the bushel, making it hard for stores nationwide to keep shelves stocked and even putting a pinch on some law enforcement departments. At a 24-hour Walmart in suburban Albany, the ammunition cabinet was 3/4 empty this week. Sales clerks and customers must arrive before 9 in the morning after a delivery to get what they want. A few miles away, Dick's Sporting Goods put up a red rope after ammunition delivery so buyers can line up early to get a number, averting races up the escalator to the gun counter. Both stores are limiting ammunition purchases to 3 boxes a day. I tell you what, I went to a local sporting goods store. Actually, my wife texted me and said, hey, they got some 45 ACP. I was like, buy a box. It's there, right? So, this is a brand called Herders. Herders Ammunition. Okay. Manufactured by Blazer Ammunition Corporation. Made in the USA. So she brings this home and I'm like, hey, nice. You bought me a box. How much was it? $26.97. I'm like, oh, not too bad. I opened it up. This ammo right here is aluminum cased ammo. That's a 45 ACP, my friends. But it's not brass. You can't reload aluminum cases. So the value of this should be cheaper. Then I noticed I open it up, I'm like, hey, that's a blue bullet. Why is it blue? Well, that, my friends, is a total nylon jacket. It's plastic on the outside of the lead. Second, this box used to be $14.97. So that's a whopping $12 per box increase since I bought this back in November of 2012. You're right, America. People are buying ammo off the shelves. Why? Maybe it's a frenzy. Maybe it's a conspiracy theory. But the feds are buying billions of rounds. The shelves are empty. In fact, this picture right here is of a Walmart shelf, Easter 2012. Looks pretty full. How about this picture? That picture came from Walmart, same Walmart, Easter 2013. As you can see, there's only sporadic few boxes of miscellaneous rifle cartridges. The actual cartridges on that shelf are very, very unpopular. Not very many people own those said weapons. So anyway, I'm signing off, America. Find your ammo, keep it, store it. Chuck Force signing out.